And this is zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Brissett sets to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hey, hey, hey! Ohio! Ohio!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
To throw is Brissett. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would no confidence in the defense? You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Rivers on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is going to get the 1st down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. First down throw for Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree, as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. A dump off to Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
First down, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Again, it's Brissett. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Brissett now on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Anderson loses the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. He goes underneath for Anderson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun, here's Brissett. That is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Hey, check. 3 down. Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Here's Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Rivers. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And give him a gain of 37. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. Oh, a nice spin. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on first.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Sponge! 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 No! 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 Ohio! Ohio! 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Single, single, slot, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Ohio! 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 Hey, I got him, I got him, I got him. That's me. Ohio! Ohio! Cut!
Second down, Brissett. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Throwing. Brissett found his target. It's Anderson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 2nd down, Brissett again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
To throw, Brissett. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Flex round! Flex
Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Hey! 12. Hey, Delta!
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Dante Pettis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Falcons now. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Hunt, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. D. Ford coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Rivers now on second down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Eric Decker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's two sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And up past the 35. A very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And still fighting. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Jay Prosh. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Flex round! Flex round!
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Brissett now. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down! Alert!
Out of the gun, Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Ohio! 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 Bring it!
Brissett on first down. A dump off to Anderson. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlantic. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
From the red zone now, Brissett drops it off for Chubb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Flex round! Ohio!
They'll throw again. Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now the first carry for a former Pitt Panther, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now it's Hunt. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
A first throw for the backup Osweiler. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here's Hunt. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and throw for it with Osweiler. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Brissett to throw on 1st. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. first down. Here's the run with Anderson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that I think this team needs to open things up.
Here's Bissett. Flushed out right. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They run again with Hunt. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Falcons, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati